All right, I just hit the live button. I'm completely alone now in the Newboro Library. Now, as I was setting things up, the flux got a hit on the far side. There's nobody there. And the REM hit directly after. Didn't have the cameras rolling. And now it's quiet. So, yeah, I just turned the live feed on. So can somebody in the comments, the 4 people watching, let me know that you can hear my voice? Let me know if you can hear my voice. I just want to make sure the audio is good. So if you didn't read the description on the live feed, this was built in the 1840s. Now, the exact build date is unclear. Could be 47, 51, 43. There's a bunch of different numbers out there. It was a schoolhouse up until 1887. And then it became a division court and a police court. So when the judge would come in town, they would see the civil cases. If there were a criminal case, the police court would happen, and the offenders would be transferred up to Brockville. So this has been a community building for a very long time, and the staff contacted us because they have odd feelings here, feelings of being watched. And I'm feeling that now that they've left and I'm alone in the dark. I can definitely feel that. It is oddly quiet. Oh. So nobody has ever been in here ghost hunting before. That's what I'm doing here for those who are here. I'm here to try to talk to you, if there is anybody here. And all these fancy lights that you see, these are things for you to interact with. The blue light and the red light, you can go up to it, wave your hand around it, figure out what it is. It won't hurt you. But they make noise. And they flash lights. And I put a music box in the children's area where all the children's books are. If you walk in front of it, it'll play music. And on Patty over there, that dude on the chair that looks all drunk, that's an old folk story from the area. I put a little cat ball on him. So if you want to touch Patty, that ball will light up and make fancy colors. So I'm going to interact a little bit with the live now. Keep this camera on that REM pod. Crone Truth Warrior, hello. Logan, how you doing? We got a couple of people watching on a Saturday night. Sadly, we left one of our cameras at the Grand Midway Hotel, so we're down a camera. So I think I'll have to figure out how to order another one that works with this system. So I tried to cover as much as I could. This is a smaller building, so I think I got pretty much everything covered. The back room area there on the bottom right corner, that is where the jail cells would have been. And that is where people get the creepy feeling. This is a small little town. So I'm going to go perch myself somewhere and try asking some questions. It's darkest over here. Trying to see where I can put one camera that will cover me. Maybe over here. Should get me good. Oh. At least there's a comfortable chair here. You know, it's very strange investigating by yourself. I guess you all have to be my company tonight. What's great is that hopefully we can capture your voice or hear your voice, because there's nobody else in this building making noise. It is extremely quiet. Oh, all right. Little hit on the rim. So I'm assuming that it's an adult, because I don't think a child would be able to reach that high. Is there an adult here? Just heard some creaking. Just heard some more creaking beside me. All right. That's you walking around. My name's Elliot. I'm from Ottawa. Drove all the way up here just to talk to you. Can you tell me your name? Just try to speak as loud as you can. I'll do my best to hear you. There's something over here. What I don't like about the big shelves is that I can't see my environment very well. They say that sometimes books end up on the floor when they come in. Is that something that you know how to do? The clear moving on my left side, on the other side of this. Yeah, these like faint sounds are eerie. This must be the first time anybody's ever come in here to do something like this with you. Maybe there's more than one of you. See that blue light over there on the shelf? You can make the green light light up. Okay, there's something straight up, like moving around me. And it's a weird sound. It's not like floor creaking. It's like pressure on a carpet sound. There it is again. I hope the stereo mic is picking that up good. There's a faint ticking. I think it's a clock somewhere. Can you let me know somehow if you're male or female? Getting like man vibes. There's the sound. What is that? It's like fingers on a bookshelf. Is there a living thing in here? Like a big living thing? I don't know if the people in the live are hearing that. I don't think that mic would pick it up. Nobody's commented on it, so I guess I'll go back into my dark corner. I really hate not being able to see over the shelves. No idea what that noise is. All right. Start again. I guess it really doesn't matter where I am in this building because it's just a one-room space with the one room in the back, and I'll go to the back a bit later. Maybe after a coffee break. But this is where all the action would have happened, whether it was a schoolhouse or a court or a hall meeting or a dance. They had dances here. I mean, this would have been all where all that action was. If there's any children here, and you're here because it was your school and you loved your school and your friends and your teacher, can you let me know if you're here? There's lots of things for children here. You can play some music over there. I was walking around before. You saw me walk in front of it, I'm sure, and played music. I'm being very quiet at times because I'm hoping to hear you. So there'll be lots of moments of silence here with you. Earlier, I heard what sounded like a door closing and a loud thump. Do you know how to do something like that? Do you know how to knock on walls or tap on windows? You can jump up and down. What kind of noises can you make where people like me can hear it? You know, what I like most about doing locations that have never been investigated before is how seldom equipment goes off versus places that equipment, ghost hunting gear is heavily used. Like at the other locations we go to or that we facilitate events at, you know, the devices trigger it nonstop. But then when we go to places that have never been investigated, you know, it's very rare that anything would get triggered. Is that due to unfamiliarity? Is it just something that they don't trust? They don't know what it is. Not hearing any of those sounds around me anymore. The last one I heard that made me get up, that really sounded like fingers on a bookshelf. Or that's the only way I can describe it. So are there any women here? Do we have any mothers here? All right. I heard something in the back area. I just heard what sounded like paper moving, like a sheet of paper. So quiet. Strange how that clock ticking gets louder. Look around. Go that way. Don't remember where I put the other REM pod. Come hang out with the chat for a little bit if there is any. Whoa. How's everybody doing tonight? Keep the camera here in case something goes off. You keep seeing shifting of darkness at the bottom of the room with the table. Not sure what could cause that. At the bottom of the table. I'll watch it for a bit. Shifting in darkness. Or on the bottom of the table, in the back area where the cells are. Can't really see it, but then like on my screen, I'm seeing like tiny, tiny, tiny. Can't really see much. What's an UNC alert? $440 joules. Chrome Truth Warrior. Well, thank you so much. I think that's a gift. I'm not used to receiving YouTube gifts, but I do appreciate it. Joules. Logan, do we know what kind of activity they're experiencing here? It's more described as a vibe. Like they're here and then all of a sudden they feel like something's behind them or watching them, and just like sudden creeps. And it all stems from the back area where they found the cell doors, or where the cells used to be. I'm kind of picking up on that vibe. It came and then it went. And that's kind of how they describe it. It comes and goes. So they asked us to come and see what we think. But no one was available, so I'm leaving to Muskoka next week, and then our contact here is gone for the rest of August, and then our season starts, so now is the time to get it done. So you heard me talk to those nice women tonight. Were you watching us? Were you listening to us? Maybe I should go grab a spirit box. We're going to move this camera. I want you guys to see the jail doors right there. Oh, there's the other one. I'll have a little spirit box session here because it's closer to the live mic. I'm just going to put this camera on me. I can find a book or something. Something I can angle that camera up so I'm on it. What do we have here? All right, so I'm going to try something with whatever might be here. This is just a radio. Now, if you were alive before there were radios, let's just call it a noise box. Try to come around this box and try to speak through it. Figure it out. Play with it. So I'll turn it on now so you can hear it. It's called a nanocom. It's small, not as loud as other spirit boxes. It has an EMF sensor. If there's fluctuations within the electromagnetic field, it dictates how it sweeps through the radio frequencies. So, my name is Elliot. Can you tell me your name? So, I guess there's not many radio stations in Newboro. Wouldn't be surprised. Small towns, there's usually not much on the radio or to listen to. And I know that from lots of long drives and areas having nothing to listen to on the radio. But that's good. Can you just try for me to speak through this? Say anything you want. I think Spirit Box stuff will be a bust tonight. Just sounded like the water was running. Now that blue light there, it turned green earlier. I was kind of wondering what would have caused that. Maybe you did it by accident. You think you can try to do it again for me? Can you show me that you know how to make that blue light a green light? I feel like I'm getting a headache. The shadows are changing slightly. Could be the IR light. It's possible. Not entirely sure. It's hard for me to see it from the Chromebook. Okay, let's try again. Can you give me a name? Nothing. Nothing coming out of there. Interesting. I feel like I need to be back in my hole, or the darkness at the end of the hall past Patty there. I feel like that's where I need to be. I'm too out in the open here, I think. Okay, so you guys see the jail cell door there? The little square in the middle? Okay, I got that on camera. All right, let's go back to that spot. It's colder in this corner. I just got like a really good smell, like, I don't know, like hand moisturizer maybe? It's a good smell. I don't smell it anymore. Is there somebody here that smells good? I haven't got any like child vibes here. Like adult man and woman. Am I right? Is there a man and a woman here? Are you two together? Are you both related? I think this is all going to come down to EVP. Because I know that from places that haven't been investigated before, we've always gotten great EVPs. We have 3 good mics going. I have a lot of patience, and for those watching, I mean, hey, this is what ghost hunting is. You sit in the dark, and you talk to walls, and you patiently wait. Just want to know your story and who you are, what era you're from. You're from the 1800s, 1860s, 1870s, 1880s, 1890s, 1900, 1910s, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, the court here was used for all sorts of disputes, land disputes, horse thieving, fires, livestock. Is the man who's here, were you a clerk? Were you the clerk of the court? It was an important job. Walking around the perimeter of this building, there's a lot of interesting windows and old doors from way back when that are all stoned in. Now I just heard what sounds like walking on this side. Okay, Grandpa just hit 2 hits after I heard some walking. Are you back? Did you leave and return? That was creepy. It's always creepy when you're hearing something like the walking and then one of the devices hit after not hitting for such a long time. That was interesting. I can't really see the comments, guys, from the computer. It's hard. It doesn't let me scroll up to see what I've missed. So when I leave the building empty for a bit, which I plan on doing tonight, having little periods where the building is completely empty to see if we can capture anything without me being here, I'll go through the comments and respond. So that's super interesting. I hear what sounds like footsteps. And again, it's all carpeted here, guys. So it's not like wood floor creaking. It's like you can hear the compression in the carpet. But if to the spirits, the floors are still wood planks, then you would think that them creating the sound, it would be the sound of wood, not the sound of carpet. But then who knows what the ghost world is like. So you gave me 2 little hits on the REM. Can you do it again? The red light. Super interesting. Okay, I'll leave the building empty for like 5 minutes. See if anything triggers while I'm gone. Get some water and look through the comments and respond to any if there were questions. Okay, this camera looking here. We're going to put this one on the REM pod. It's right there. I'll move that. This one going to leave on the flux. Right there. Now when I leave, the door screams, just to let you know. I will never get used to the sound of that door. If you crank it all the way up, didn't see any devices go off, but I did hear what sounded like footsteps or movement, like quite loud. Now I know the ticking sound from that clock, you can hear that on the stream. Okay, all right. Is it okay that I come back in? Maybe I'll try sitting over here. Share out a little bit. I have one of my cameras on the REM pod. And if that flux hits, I'll be able to turn the mic to it. So, I left it empty for a bit for you. Are you enjoying the company tonight? I do see you as my host. You are hosting me here this evening. I'm not going to stay too late because it's a long drive and it's dark back to Ottawa. At least we have vehicles and it's not horse and buggy. That would take a long time. It's not a huge building to explore, so I don't really need too much time to try to make contact with you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make contact with you. That's it. Maybe you don't know how to do that. Hell, I don't even know how to do that. We just try different things. If there is a way for you to make contact, feel free. Just to let me know that you're here, that you're actually here. And I haven't been just speaking to, myself for the last hour. I mean, the little bit of REM has been interesting, especially when it's happening directly after some unknown sound. Are you originally from the Rideau Lake area? Were you born here in Newboro? Maybe you came here from Ireland or Scotland? Were you here for the Is your home nearby? If there are children here, what's your favorite game to play? Just felt something touch my hand. Yeah, tickle. Maybe it's a bug. What type of games would you play in school? Felt it again. There's a spider around me or something. Super quiet. You know the story about Patty and his barrel? It's nice to be in a location that doesn't have cars running by every few moments, or people talking outside. You know, it's just the water machine that we're hearing. There's a water cooler, water dispenser. Still love to hear your voice. Well, I guess it's time to move to the back room. Now, for those on the stream, not sure how well you'll hear me from there. I'll try to talk loud. But I think I need to spend some time in there because that's where people feel uncomfortable. There's this camera flashing. Whoa. How can that battery almost be dead? Battery's over 2 hours left. That's crazy. Got some more battery somewhere. Right, back into the glow of the exit sign. So there's something about this room that is making the staff here feel uncomfortable. Maybe it's the energy around that cell door. You have some noise contamination back here because of the, I assume it's the water heater in the closet off to my right. This camera here. Forward. You're whistling. Are you whistling? But to my host, I'm sorry, I'm going to speak aloud so that those who are watching the stream can hear my voice. I hope you don't mind. It does feel a lot different here than it does out at the library. And I wouldn't say like creepy, just a different vibe. Now this part of the building is newer, possibly around the time it transitioned to a court around 1887. They added this part to it to make the chambers and to add the jail cells. So this area would not have the school residual energy, but it could have been a yard. Kids playing in the yard. Now they have two doors here. They have a door that was, I just saw a flash in the other room. Maybe that was a ramp on. I didn't hear it though. They had two doors. They had one for boys and one for girls, and you can actually see it on the outside wall where the other door was, which is quite interesting. No, I don't think anybody passed away here when it was a jail. But then who knows what happens in holding? Not everything makes the news. Did anybody lose their life back here? Did anyone pass away? I know in my research in Newboro, I found quite a few alcohol-related deaths in the newspaper in the late 1800s. And we all know in the communities, these cells often used for public intoxication. Now that red light beside me, you can touch that. Can you confirm if you passed away here? It's strange. Oh, the water heater just. Yeah, there's a lot of contamination back here for investigation because of that water tank. Can you make a knock for me? Like a clear thud knock? Something like, let's do it on the table. Like that. Is that within the realm of possibilities of what you can do? Okay, I don't know if that was water heater related or not. It sounded kind of different. It was more like a thud. I feel like this area. Maybe it's a residual thing. People were kept in holding cells. They could have been anxious or nervous about, being into trouble and being caught and being held. It's interesting, this firm has never gone off with the other one. But I did see a single flash coming out of that room, so I hope the live caught whatever it was. I don't think it was the cat ball on top of Patty because, it's flashing, it won't be just one flash. I don't know, it's hard to listen back here because of that water heater. All I hear is the constant hum of the water heater. But I think I'm hearing things there, so I'm gonna go back. want to come back in here because it's more quiet. The water heater makes quite a lot of noise, and I thought I was hearing things in here. I definitely saw a flash. But I do want to step out again and listen to the ambient noise, because I swear when I was listening, I heard children. So I think I'll leave camera here. Actually, if I put the camera that way, it's going to blind the main view. Come back to the flux. Right there. The flux and the REM in the same shot. That's good. And I think because I don't have a camera running down this hall, I'll leave this one over here. I keep forgetting about Patty. I hear sirens. right. I didn't hear the children's sounds this time. I moved the camera in the back room a little bit to see more. I didn't see any moths or anything, so I'll have to look back at the orb that you were mentioning. So quiet. I think I'll go back to my dark place here in the corner. That's where I've had the more memorable experiences. You over here. Where did I put that other camera? Oh. Right here. All right. So I only got about half an hour left. It's been good, I gotta say. I mean, the sound of footsteps, the pressure on the carpet, the REM hit directly after. I mean, I did get the flux when I was setting up that I can't explain what would have triggered it. And we had so much quiet time that I'm really hoping that I recorded your voice. Just for me, that's the real prize. Knowing there's nobody here but me. And there's nobody outside. But if I get your voice recorded, then that would be the prize for me. So please try to speak as loud as you can. I know that it's so hard for us to hear you. We don't understand the barrier, what prevents us from fully interacting and conversing with you and seeing you. But sometimes that veil, that separation gets thin and things come through. And that's how I perceive it. So you may be here trying your best, but you just can't get our attention. I'm hearing like the footsteps again over there. Like straight up footsteps. And it sounded like, I don't know, like female footsteps. Like it didn't sound like a man's footsteps. Like heavy, it was more light. Maybe like a child. It was faint. It's a little tap. What was that sound? All right, I hear a car. I thought I heard a car. Trying to get comfortable holding this camera. There's not a lot of empty shelf space to put it on. Can you come right up to me and say something? Just try. There's several people also listening. You don't see them, but they're here, they're watching, and they're listening. You can try to speak to them. There's something glowing on the table by the desk. That's a microphone. You can go right up to that and say something if you want. No idea what that was, but that sounded mechanical. Oh, that REM had made me jump. Did you do that because I was being so quiet? I wasn't talking? Is that why you touched that? Can you try to do that more? Like, can you make it really like light up a whole bunch and make a lot of noise? You can do it more. Try your best. You can figure it out. It's the energy that you produce that makes that happen. Well, you have, well, I guess it's on the live stream. But boy, did you make me jump there. Because I was quiet for so long. I wasn't expecting that. Well, thank you, if that is you. That's what I'm here for. There's a lot of books standing up on their edges. They're standing up. You can try to push one of those down. That's something that you've done before? There's quite a few of them around me, just don't hit me with them. maybe let's do some interaction with the stream. Let's see. There is a dog barking outside. Wonder if the dog is barking at me. Okay, so we got the wren, we got the flux on camera. Come back here. Sit safely. Oh. Okay, another wren hit. All right. So if you guys want to do a call and response for those of you who are watching, there's only 9 of you watching. Thank you, Hugh Bastard, for tagging the orb. If you guys ever see something, it's always good to put the timestamp. You can look at the DVR camera. What was that just flew by? I haven't seen any bugs in here. But I mean, summertime, so it's definitely bugs. If you guys have a question you want me to ask the possible spirits that are here, feel free to put it in the comments and I will call it out. Got like another 20 minutes before I wrap this up. So those invisible people that I was telling you about, we'll see if they have any questions for you. Well, thank you, Hugh, for the correction on the timestamp. All right. Keep playing. Want to see more of that. So I'm only here with you for a little bit longer and then I got to go. It's a long drive back to Ottawa on probably the darkest roads. Were you at least a little bit entertained with my visit tonight? Hello, another friend. The orbs are above me. Can you show me that blue light change color just before I go? I really enjoy seeing that happen when I was setting things up. It's sad that you haven't done it again since. Or even Patty there, there's a little ball that I put on his shoulder. But then you've never seen this stuff, so I don't really expect you to know what everything is and how to use it. But I put a little ball on his shoulder. You can give that a shake or a touch. Really like for you to keep touching that red light, though. Seems to be becoming a little more frequent now for some reason. Maybe you're learning how it works. Super quiet. I was trying that prolonged period of silence again, hoping you would touch that rim, the red light. Crone Truth Warrior. You saw them when I went to sit in that corner. Yeah, for some reason, that corner seems to give me the experiences. But I'm just learning about you. This is the first time. I don't have high expectations. Maybe if we come back again, and that's what I noticed with a lot of the sites that we work with. You know, when we first go for the first time, it's not as quiet, and then things just get more and more active. The longer we visit, the more time we spend with the site. So it's almost like you have to build a rapport with the spirits of a historic location. You've got to work on that relationship. You got to make it work. Right now, I'm just a stranger to you. You're not familiar with me. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to leave? Do you not like interacting with the living? Oh, I don't even like talking like that. Separating us from you is saying we're living and you're not. If you're clearly seeing me and listening to me, then you're still living, just in a different way. There you go. Got to grab a hold of that real strong if you want it to really light up. Do you like the sound that that device makes? I love the quiet time here. I really think we're going to capture something. If you are here, I mean, this silence is perfect. Multiple mics. Just saw some lights on the window, and I don't know where that would have come from because there's no car. Are you responding to me talking about the lights that I saw on the window? Hearing something over here now. Oh, that was my stomach. Yeah, those were some weird lights on the window. Must be someone outside with a flashlight because there's no car. And you gave 3 clear hits there. That was interesting because you haven't done that tonight. I think I wanted coffee before I go, so I might do one more empty building session. See what we can capture with the cameras. I'll have a coffee, and then after that I'll come in to do a closing, and then we'll have a wrap. Got a long drive back. I should get some caffeine in me. Were you a coffee drinker? Do you still drink coffee? I'm sad to learn that I missed a ringing sound. This window or that window? I don't see anything that would be smoky white. A ringing sound. Carlosa, it is the presence of a small female child. Well, this was a school. I mean, I can try calling out a female child. If there's any children here from when this was the Newboro Public School, in the late 1840s up until the 1880s, if there's a little girl here, can you let us know? Somebody has sensed you, and they say that you're here. Can you let me know? You don't have to be shy. Not here to catch you or take you away from here, anything like that. I'm just here to talk to whoever's here. If there's a little girl here, I have a little girl at home. I have a little baby girl too. You can sing. Do you know any songs? Maybe you can whistle, knock on a piece of wood somewhere, or tap on the glass. You can play the music over there. There's a little box. If you go in front of it, the music will play. I can play it for you so you can see what it does. Just have to move in front of it, and it plays a nice little tune. Oh, Crone, it's where I sat on the comfortable chair, eh? Like above that area. Yeah, there's something about that spot. I look forward to seeing that back. I hope we got it clear. And Carlos, what are you saying? She's watching me. I hope she is. I've been here for a long time. Been here for a while. So I'm sure that whoever's here is curious and they're listening, but maybe they just don't have that energy to do something back. Or they're too shy, or maybe I'm just not worth their time. And you have to wonder, maybe to the spirit world, this looks completely different. Maybe to the children, there's still school desks. Maybe to the people here, when it was a court, this still looks like a courtroom. There's a strange light outside the window. And it's like moving. I can't really see what it is. It looks like two little eyes. It wasn't there before. Oh, now there's red lights on it, and the lights just turned off. That is so weird. And it's moving. What is it? If I take the light away, it'll go red. Yeah, it turns red. I wonder if my Zoom can get a good look at it. Because if it has a red glow, it means that there's IR on it. My camera can't see it. It's emitting a light and my camera can't see it. So it's not IR light. Interesting. I'll have to look when I tear down, see what that light could be. Enough distractions. Two little figures. No, I think that the light, next door there's a building which is the volunteer fire department. So it could be something they have on their building, like a security camera. And every so often there's a red glow on it, which would mean like it's IR kicking in maybe. But if it had IR, my IR cameras would see that IR light. But it's a very faint light, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. I spoke to one neighbor outside and I was thinking, what if they come up here and mess with me? You see two little figures, eh? I wish we could catch two little figures. And it's interesting that the REM pod hasn't chirped. Oh, see, right when I talk about the REM pod, it chirped. Now that gave me chills right there. Because the whole time I've been back inside, I'm like, oh, the REM pod doesn't chirp, and then it chirps right at that moment. And I guess that's what you call intelligence, is you're looking for something to react intelligently. So that's super fascinating that just happened. So you must still be watching me then. But I have to call it quits soon. Is that okay with you? If I pack things up and leave you to your night? Yeah, Crone, it'd be hard to see. It's outside the window. So, you wouldn't be able to see that on the DVR cameras. But that's super cool that there was a REM chirp right when I talk about the REM. That's good. I like that. Definitely not disappointed tonight. I can't say 100% it's a haunted building, but I mean, the vibes, it's super interesting, and the history makes sense that, maybe there's something still here. Did I experience anything tonight that would say proof that there's a spirit here? No, but hopefully when I review all the audio, maybe I taught something. Maybe I got a voice. Maybe we got the whispery white smoke up above the window. Maybe some of those orbs you guys saw are intriguing, and they defy, it being a bug or a dust particle. Maybe the DVR cameras caught something else. But it was a good night. Like, I've been in places that are, more famously known as being haunted and have had less. So definitely not disappointing. It was worth the trip. It was worth checking out. Spoke to two great ladies tonight, shared a lot of history and about their experiences here. It's a nice town. I love these little towns. I spent some time here in my teenage years working at the grocery store that a family friend owned. I spent about a week here. The history of the Rideau Canal itself, and this being a big part of it, that means, I've done a lot of research on the town. I want to do some more, but, there has been a lot of tragedy here, a lot of fires, a lot of fire death, a lot of drownings. More modernly, there's been some history of, murders. She shared some history with the Ku Klux Klan in the 1920s, which was interesting, because I didn't think they were really represented here in this part of Ontario. Found an old article of someone who hung himself out on a tree in town. There's a lot of interesting history here, and I think I'll include all of that into my presentation. I'll be back here in October. I'm going to do like a public presentation on what we discovered here, and hopefully we got some good EVPs and stuff. The REM was super interesting tonight, though. Especially those weird lights I saw in the window with no cars around that were on. I don't know what that was, but the REM did a 3 clear hit right after that. And then the REM hit after the footsteps that I heard, which I hope I have on audio. They were pretty faint, but I don't know. I have a good stereo mic that picks up the entire environment, so. I swear that light out there is moving around. It just really makes me feel like it's eyes or something. Then it has a red light that turns on every once in a while on it. Crony, see another orb fly around. Now there is a moth here, so maybe you're seeing the moth. It's hanging around the streaming stuff. Ooh, 11:20. I said I would stop 20 minutes ago. All right, this is my closing. So thank you so much to the spirits or the energies that are here. I appreciate you having me tonight. I enjoyed learning about the history of this building, how this building was used. I'm not sure if there's anybody here, but if there is, I appreciate it. I always like to end by doing a countdown, and if you're here and you want to do something for me to say goodbye, you can do it on the count of 3. I'm going to count to 3, and then on 3, you can do something for me, whether it be a knock or touching that red light or blue light, whatever it is you want. You can do it when I count down to count 2, 3. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, guess you don't want to say goodbye. Oh, see, the REM hits. There, okay, you do want to say goodbye. Is that your way of messing with me? Seeing how long I would wait after 3? All right. Well, that's good. I like that. That was enjoyable. That's quite funny. You must have a sense of humor then. I see that as a sense of humor. That's good. You got me. All right, Crone, thank you for sticking around tonight. All right, that little thing up in the right-hand corner, that's a bug. The way that moved around, that's definitely a bug. All right, for those still watching, the 7 of you, thank you. If you're interested in October and you're from the area or the Ottawa Valley, I will come back to Newboro to do a video presentation on what we found or discovered. Then after that presentation, I will post it on YouTube. So if you're watching from somewhere else in the world or the continent, I'll put it up on the YouTube channel eventually after the presentation though. So yeah, no, I'm quite impressed with that last little hit on the REM pod. I enjoyed that. That was like a sense of humor. That was good. Show some personality to the building. And now it's not doing it again. So that's fascinating to me. All right, you want to hit it one more time to say goodbye to those people who are watching that you can see or hear? No? I guess to someone from the 19th century, it wouldn't make sense. A stream or people watching that aren't here, or they can hear or see. I just heard some voices. All right, let's pack all this stuff up. Have a good night, everybody.